Hello, everyone. Good morning to everyone in America. Good afternoon to our attendees from Europe and the other parts of the world. Welcome to this Access Masters session, focusing on business analytics and what the University of California at LA can do for your career and how you can unlock the power of business analytics. My name is Ileana Bobova. I am head of admissions consulting and a career coach in Access Masters, and I'm delighted to have our guest today, Ms. Frini Berrios. Frini is a director of program and admissions at the University of California at Los Angeles, and she's responsible for the Master of Science in Business Analytics program. Frini has been in master's admission for over 10 years, over 6 of them at the University of California at Los Angeles. And she will give you insight into the program, but also overall about the value of a master's degree, because she also has her master's degree in higher education, so she really knows a lot about the value of doing a master's studies. So at the start of the webinar, before I give the floor to Frini, I would like to encourage you to ask your questions in the Q&A section, and please ask them as they come to you, because Frini will be presenting different aspects of the university, of the program. So once you have a question, please just type it in the Q&A, and we will answer the questions at the end of the webinar so that we don't interrupt the presentation. But it's important not to forget any question and just dash it whenever it comes to you during the presentation. Okay, so I think this is it. As a brief presentation, I'm very delighted. Thank you, Frini, for being with us. And the floor is yours.
Thank you, Liana. Thank you. I appreciate being here. And I appreciate everyone who's connecting with me on this call today, wherever you are in the world. My name is Frini Berrios, and yes, definitely I've been in admissions for over quite some time now. Specifically working at UCLA, I understand, for about 6 years with the Master's in Science in Business Analytics program, we started from 41 students to now 130 students within 6 years. Just this year, growth has been phenomenal. If you are currently right now in that position in your life that you are starting to see as to you want to pivot into a different degree, or you want to pivot into a different field, or you want to pursue your graduate degree because of other opportunities from where you are, this might be a potential opportunity for you to explore. Our master's degree is a specialized degree focusing in the field of analytics. We are a top-ranked program, so this is actually our 6th year being ranked. We're currently number 2 in the world, and we've been ranked for the past 6 years as being one of the top MSBA degree programs in the world. And what necessarily is a top-ranked program? I'm going to go over in my presentation in terms of the components and what we're looking for in terms of admission qualifications for entry into our program, because this is just an amazing opportunity for individuals like yourself who are looking to really optimize their opportunities in this field. What our program provides is that our candidates, what we're looking for is for the individuals going to be that bridge between tech and business suites. We will provide us a 15-month STEM certified master's degree that really enables you to harness the power of data, gain insight, tell stories, and drive strategic business decisions. Right now, companies are wrestling with just so much volumes of data. There's just data everywhere, data here, information here, and they really are relying on experts to be able to combine their business acumen skills along with their quantitative skills to really help companies extract the value of data, inform strategic decisions, and as well make marketing operational decisions all across. So if this is something that intrigues you, and you, in terms of time slot, you're looking for something that's relatively shorter than an MBA, this might be a good fit for you. I'm going next into the curriculum design. So our program is a lockstep program, meaning that you're taking the same classes as your cohort from beginning to end. We start in the fall. So in fall at UCLA, we are at a quarter system. So every 10 weeks, you're taking different classes. So in beginning of September, sorry, the ending of September, you're starting with your more technical classes. So you're taking classes in R, you're taking classes in SQL, you're taking classes in machine learning. You also have a career curriculum course that is actually led by our career services team. Then in the winter quarter and in spring quarter, you're taking more your fundamentals analytics. You're taking business fundamentals for analytic coursework, which has a little bit of marketing, also has a little bit of finance and operations in that coursework. You're taking a data management course, optimization, prescriptive modeling. And industry seminar course is this an opportunity where we actually invite practitioners into our classroom setting. And these opportunities for our students to actually meet potential hiring managers. So we'll invite practitioners from Meta, we'll invite practitioners from McKinsey, we'll invite practitioners from few startups, and they go into the classroom setting and they teach our students as to what they're doing in their day-to-day, and then hopefully, connect with our prospective student in terms of opportunities. So this is actually given to our students, provided to our students in the winter and in the spring. And then in the spring quarter, you're also taking what we call your pillars of analytics. So you're taking your customer analytics coursework, competitive and operations. These coursework tend to be taught by top faculty at Anderson. So in terms of the coursework, it is what we say is the hardest quarter for our students, because you are getting the meat and bones of our core of the program, but it's fundamental in terms of really helping our students in getting the tool sets necessary to be an analytics professional by the time that they graduate. And something that really makes our program stand out and also give the opportunities for our students to apply their skill sets is the summer internship. The summer internship, it is a requirement for all of our students. And we do have a career services team that helps you in terms of looking for opportunities in your summer internship. So just know that this is an opportunity to allow for you to apply all the skill sets that you learn throughout the program into your summer internship. So we definitely help you in terms of looking for opportunities there. And then in fall too, you get the opportunity to extend your summer internship or apply into a capstone project. Aside from that, you also get to enroll into elective courses. These are just a selection of our elective courses. We also have a product management course, and we also have a building large language course that we just implemented. So these coursework are, tend to also be taught by practitioners in the classroom in the real world setting. So this is an opportunity for you as well as a student to explore different avenues. So maybe if you're interested in potentially working in the field of entertainment or healthcare or sports, you get a bit of that background in these coursework that we teach our students. And aside from the curriculum, the amazing opportunities that you get to get education from these phenomenal individuals. These faculty members really do go above and beyond for our students and really optimizing their learning. They take the opportunity to get to know you more as a peer. They will challenge you in terms of where you currently are and challenge you in terms are if you are and challenge you if you are going to be you know challenge you in terms of opportunities for you to challenging for the opportunities for you to explore. Sorry, I have a notification going off on my computer, so I need to turn it off. Challenging into opportunities for you to really optimize your learning. We've had practitioners, our faculty actually speak out to prospective students. So if you're ever interested in engaging with the prospective students and learning more about our faculty and what they teach and their classwork, all their information is on our website. So if you like to, reach out to them, their contact information is on our website. We've had also students come into the classroom setting. So if you ever find yourself in Los Angeles, you want to come to UCLA and do a campus visit, we can always arrange that with one of our faculty members. But take the opportunity to really look in terms of the faculty background and learn more about them, because this is an opportunity for you to connect with one of these individuals and also dig into what they're actually doing in their, in terms of impact at UCLA. And aside from the faculty is the opportunity to work with our students. And these students are phenomenal. I've worked with a wide range of students on throughout my career. But in terms of the students that I get to work specifically with this program, these students are coming from different backgrounds, disciplinaries, different cultures, different ages as well. And just to see in terms of the growth of our student in coming to a program, and by the time that they graduate, being a completely different person, it's amazing to see that and witness. We always encourage our students to dive themselves not only just in part of the academics, but also a part of student life. So at Anderson, we do have about 50 student clubs in which our students get to engage with. We also have a student board in which our student at the MSBA program get the opportunity to connect with. So if you're interested in being a VP of admissions, VP of marketing, you get the opportunity to connect with us at the staff level and just an overall just immerse themselves in the student experience because it's a 15-month program school, so it goes by really, really quickly. And since it's a cohort lockstep program, you are going to be working with these individuals from start to end. So you really will get the opportunity to get to expand on your network. We've had all another opportunity is that we've had even marriages come out from our MSBA program. So this can be also be an opportunity for you to meet the love of your life. You never know that. We always have one or two marriages come out of each graduating class, which is amazing to see that. So just in terms of the opportunities, we really encourage our students to explore. We do that from the moment our students are admitted to after they're graduating, really just pushing you to immerse yourself in this experience. These are some of the opportunities which our students have explore full-time or internships. So this is just like I said, like a snapshot out of all the companies our students have worked with. So if you're looking into tech or you're looking into financial services, consulting, you're looking for retail, there's opportunities for you to explore in every realm. There's also startup companies. If you're ever interested in knowing more about our employment report, we do have that on our website under our career services tab. So if you want to learn more as to like what companies are our alumni working for, how much are they earning, and stuff like that, that information is on our website. And how do we help you there in terms of like really helping you optimize? We have our career services team that ultimately, is like your career coach from the moment you're admitted. This is also led by Larry Brayman, so working with having online on-campus interviews and presentations. We have company tours and jobs in the tours, which is like company treks. So we'll take our students to the Bay Area, we'll take them to New York and get them the opportunity to connect with companies out there where our alumni are actually working at. So this last year, we had our students go out to the Bay Area to Tesla. They went to Google. They went to I think they went to Amazon. Get the opportunity to really engage with alumni that are actually working in these companies and potential hiring manager. Datathon, symposium, industry nights is something that our career services team really gets the opportunity to invite practitioners into the room setting, summer internships and academic internships. So we definitely support you in looking for opportunities for the summer internship component. So that's something that we really help our students. We say it's a 50-50 partnership, as does the program providing you the resources, providing you the opportunities to connect. And then you as a student coming to a program like this in terms of like, what is it that you want to do by the time that you graduate? What are your goals? How do we provide you support? How do we, what are the skill sets that you're lacking that can really optimize you that? So opportunities for that. And then we have the applied analytics capstone project. So this is an opportunity for our students to also engage with companies. So the capstone project is an opportunity in fall too, which you can connect with a company, get a real life data set, and present back to the company as to what your deliverables and your insights were. An opportunity to get real world experience by the time that you graduate. And then full-time job roles. So we definitely support you as well in terms of looking for full-time roles. So hopefully by the time that you graduate from the program, you do get the advantages of getting a job by the time that you graduate. And the advantages also of, as an international student is that you get an opportunity to apply for OPT. Our program is STEM, so meaning you get the opportunity to extend for 3 years. your OPT, which is it's an advantages for international students if that's something that particularly is in interest of you or you're questioning. So definitely, we support you every aspect of the way of your career journey. If this is something that you are looking to explore. And these are what we call a wide range of opportunities. So this is an umbrella of opportunities. We have seen our student body, alumni, really change amongst the past couple of years, especially with this field growing. So if you're looking to be more in the tech heavier side, you're looking to be more of a data scientist, data engineer, you're going to be having the person that has a lot of computer science background, not necessarily presenting, but more in the deeps and having a quant background in the deeps of developing products so and such. So you might be on the left-hand side. You're looking between the tech and the business aspect. The analyst roles might be a better fit for you. So there's different positions depending on the companies you're looking for and the type of industry as well. And then if you're looking to be more in the right-hand side, a business consultant, a product manager, marketing analyst consultant, you're looking to be more on the right-hand side, the person that does more presentation, assumes the risk, and that has more um and the knowledge in aspects of different industries. You're looking to more being on the right-hand side. But as you can see, it's a wide range of opportunities here. And as companies are still trying to figure out how to place individuals with this particular type of skill set, these rules are also changing. So definitely in terms of, really looking for opportunities in this field is definitely there. It's definitely there and it's definitely growing. This is a salary for students coming out of the program from class of 2022, which is in terms of ROI is really well, was really, really good. And the average sign bonus was about 22 to 510. So 48% of our students or alumni did receive a signing bonus by the time they accepted an offer. All this information also can be found on our career page. So please look into that if you want to look more into specifics. If all this sounds amazing, you're like, wow, Frini, this is great. How do I join the #2 MSBA program in the world? What are your considerations for admissions? What we require is you to have earned a bachelor's degree. If you graduated from a school outside of the United States, you are required to submit your most up-to-date transcript, meaning that you have to submit your most up-to-date transcript, making sure that you submit a full transcript with your evaluations. If you need to submit evaluations, maybe you graduate school that doesn't have that your primary language was not English, translations can be submitted. And I know majority of schools do that. And then our average GPA entry we require is a 3.0. So making sure that if you are submitting your transcript, that it has the grading scale that necessary for us to evaluate. So we do in-house evaluation. So we need to make sure that GPA is equivalent to a 3.0 minimum, which is equal to a B average on a US scale. We also require an examination. So just know that in terms of entry of program, we do require an exam. We have no preference as to which exam you take as long as you take one of them. The minimum we have set for the GMAT is a 665 GMAT focus, or for the quantitative side on the GRE is a 167. So definitely within the 90 percentile. But just like I said, we do require an exam. Which exam you take, we have no preference as long as you take one of them and meet the minimums, okay? Then also in terms of quantitative background, we do look in terms of your math classes. So making sure that you've taken classes in linear algebra, taking classes in stats, taking classes in linear algebra, calculus, stats, maybe some business classes, accounting classes, something that can really weigh on your quant background is something we're going to be looking for in your transcripts and as well in your application. English language proficiency. This is for students who are required to take the TOEFL. So make sure that if you do need to take the TOEFL or the IELTS, there are different requirements for students entering to our program. I know for the TOEFL, that minimum that we accept is 100. So if you do need to take the TOEFL, please look into our website and look at the different requirements and also where to submit your scores. That's all can be part of consider. Computer programming experience in core work is preferred. So as I mentioned in our curriculum, in the first academic quarter, you're taking more your technical classes. So you're taking classes in Python, SQL, you're taking classes in R. So it's preferred that our students in coming to the program have some fundamentals of these languages. So if you've taken classes in any of these programming or you have coding background, it's preferred that you do have that in coming to our program, because we do teach our students these languages, but we teach it more at the intermediate and advanced level. So it's preferred for you to come into the program with this type of background. An interview component is part of our admissions process, and this is by invite only. Our interview component is an opportunity for you as a candidate really share in terms of your interest of joining a degree program and making sure we're going to be a compatible fit for one another. It's 30 minutes. So you get the opportunity to connect with one of the admissions committee members and really just get the opportunity to just know you as a candidate, and vice versa if we're going to be a good fit for you. So just more compatibility and behavioral questions, if anything. This is just the overall snapshot of our stats for admissions of class of 2025. So for total applications that we submitted was 1,000 applications that we received was 245. So very extremely selective admissions process. We admitted over 130 students, meaning that we have seen growth in our program, but we do split the 130 students into two sections. Male female ratios, so making sure we are balancing the female gender between both we're balancing the genders between we're balancing the gender distribution between both. International students for incoming class of 2025 was about 70% coming from all different realms of the world. Average GPA was a 3.7 coming from top universities all across the world as well. Average GMAT was a 700. GRE was a 168. Definitely within the 90th percentile. Average TOEFL was 107, but so very strong English language communicators. Average GPA was a 25, so we have definitely a balance between professionals and recent graduates. While our students tend to be relatively younger than compared to our MBA students. MBA students tend to have a bit more years of experience under their belt. Our students on average have about 2.6 years of experience. So that's something that definitely does, we do see in terms of our student body. In terms of applications, so for deadlines, we have 3 academic deadlines in which our students which our prospective students can submit the applications, and they're coming up relatively quickly. Our first round is going to be January 10th. Round 2 is March 14th, and then round 3 is May 31st. My word of advice always for prospective students is to always submit early. And the reason is because we want to give you as much leeway in terms of making a decision to come out to UCLA. There's also opportunities for you to get financial aid and then housing and at an earlier decision. So the earlier that you apply, the easier you can get, make that decision for you to come out here for easier. Program charges for tuition price is $72,894. Just know that this will also be changing in the next year or so, about 3%. And this tuition price is for both domestic and international students. Start date for us is September 25 for next year. So it's going to go back, in a year or so. So just know that it's going to be very quickly and start date, and it goes by really. So 15 months goes by really quickly. Financial aid is available to our students. We have merit-based fellowships and student loans. If you want to know a little bit more about that information, you are always encouraged to connect with Connie Beaumont. She's our financial aid director. She's great in terms of looking for resources for our students, also in international students as well. If you're looking for more resources for funding of your graduate studies, that definitely is available in connecting with Connie. And in terms of questions, you can always email us at MSBA admissions. There's also an FAQ page that does have more information about our admission requirements, or how many essays should I be writing, where do I send my test scores. All of that information can be found on our webpage through the FAQ. But yes, I'd like to open it up for any questions. I appreciate you all being here.
Thank you, Frini. Thank you. It's been very informative so far, and we have a pile of questions now. Before we jump into the questions, one thing I would like to ask you to clarify for our international audience is, you mentioned about the OPT STEM. What is OPT exactly, and how does it benefit the international students?
So the STEM OPT, for in terms of advantages, is the opportunity for you, after you graduate from the program, to stay in the United States for an additional 3 years. On average, if you're graduating with a STEM degree, it's an opportunity for really just to get the opportunity to stay here for an additional 3 years. There's other master's degree that will only allow you to stay 1 year minimum, but for us, you can stay up to 3 years and then apply for potentially sponsorship after that.
Okay, sponsorship from an employer.
Yes, sponsorship from an employer, but that'll be after. That's after OPT is completed.
Okay, great. Thank you. So some of the questions are focused on the career prospects and the internships. So are internships organized by the university, or students should take care of finding the companies themselves?
So it's a partnership. So the university will, us the program, we have a career services team that we have, relationships with a lot of corporate partners. And in terms of bringing them out, we'll have set up presentations, we'll do networking events with our corporate partners, we'll send our students to company tracks. So it's in terms of opportunities for students to explore. We don't place our students. So we don't, hey, you're going to be part of this company. No, we don't place you, but we definitely help you as much as possible in helping you connect with a company by the time that you get a summer internship. Just note that all of our students have placed 100% in their internships. Even during the pandemic, all of our students have been able to get the opportunity to expand on an internship. And if they didn't get an internship, maybe potentially a research assistantship. So they are more particularly interested in research or working with the faculty. We also get to the opportunity to connect in that realm of maybe exploring research if that's something that interests you more. So internship or research, we do help our support our students in that aspect.
And it's a summer internship after the first year, after the second semester, right?
Yes, in the summer.
So how early should students start looking for companies for the internship?
Yeah, that's a great question. Our students start looking for opportunities by the moment they start getting admitted. We always encourage our students to kind of hold off in their first academic quarter. And I could kind of go back to the curriculum, you can see. We kind of encourage students to hold off on looking for internships during the first academic quarter because we want you to adapt to graduate school. This program is rigorous, meaning that it's going to be challenging. You are going to be learning a lot of information in a short amount of time. So we just encourage you to hold off for the first academic quarter. And then we start seeing students getting opportunities in the winter, spring, and even early summer. But it really depends on every student. Every student has different backgrounds, different industries. So if students are like, hey, I want to look for something right away, we support you in that aspect. But we just try to tell you just to hold off a little bit during your first academic quarter. So that way you can just adapt yourself to being in school, learning as to like how school, this program is gonna work for the next 15 months. So yeah, it varies, honestly, it varies.
And how long is usually an internship? Does
So the
it take
summer
a whole
internships,
break?
yeah, it'll be 3 months. I've had students do 2 internships. I've had students do 3 internships. I've had students do a whole project the full summer, working with the faculty. So yeah, we make sure that, in terms of time frame, that you are getting exposed to a lot of opportunities during your summer. We don't want you to have we can't have you do a free summer. No, you have to be engaged in a learning opportunity. And this is where you actually are working with our career services team. So we'll kind of like vet you and be like, okay, this is opportunity you found. Okay, this is your learning outcomes. Okay, good. And as well so after the summer internship, you are required to submit a deliverable and as well present as to what you did in your summer internship.
Okay. And I guess some of your students have landed jobs with the companies where they interned.
Yeah, we've had students, exactly. We've had students actually land jobs from their summer internship, which is why we allow students to extend their summer internships into the fall or applying to the capstone project. So it really depends on each student. But yeah, we have seen students from their summer internships get full-time opportunities.
And while we're still on this topic of internships and careers after graduation, where do most of your graduates find jobs, in the US or outside of the US?
Yeah, majority of our students end up finding roles within the US. Majority will stay in California or they will go out to the East Coast, specifically if they're interested in working in the financial sector. So we have seen students come, go to both ends. We've had students go back home too, like if particularly if they're from India or they're from China, we have seen students go back home because maybe they have an opportunity back home that, what's best fit for them and their needs. So it varies, but majority of our students end up staying in the United States, and specifically our international students, they end up staying in the United States to get the STEM OPT approved.
Okay, that sounds great. And another question we have is, what is the difference between a summer and an academic internship?
So the summer internship, I think it would be both summer and academic. So academic is meaning that you are getting opportunity to work with a faculty member. You get to work on research, you get to work on any projects with an actual faculty member. So it's actually you're working with the university. We've had students work with departments within UCLA. So we've had students work with our UCLA athletics department. We've had students work with our chancellor's office. So it's within the university setting. And then summer internships, it's outside. So you're working with an external company. And this is where you actually need to get approval from the university that's to like, hey, you're going to be working, let's say, with Tesla, you're going to be working with Amazon. So that's an opportunity for you to expand your knowledge. So academic is with the university, summer internship is outside.
Okay, that's clear.
Mhm.
Simple and clear. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? Should each student need to cover all quantitative requirements listed on top of the admissions interview?
Yes, I mean, can you get more on the So in terms of the interview questions, it tends to be more behavioral, and it depends on your background, to be quite honest with you. Each student, we look at, your application and we'll ask you questions based on your profile. We'll ask you questions based on your experience. We'll ask you questions based on like, why are you choosing UCLA, Anderson? So just making sure we're going to be compatible at the end of it. We might ask you some technical questions based on your background. We've seen students who are maybe like not math majors. We'll ask them a few math questions just to see if they understand. And it's based on your background, to be quite honest with you. So we'll look at your application and look at your everything you've submitted, from your letters of recommendations to your essay. We'll ask you specific questions about your application to know if this is actually you and if we're gonna be a good fit.
Since you mentioned the essay, can you tell us a little bit more about the essays? Is it one? Is it several? Is it just set of purpose?
Yeah.
Is it
So
a
we
topic?
So it's two essays, and they're kind of almost the same question, to be quite honest with you. So it's a statement of purpose and the personal statement, and these are opportunities for you as a prospective candidate to really share your story as to why is it that you want to pursue a degree at UCLA Anderson, and why specifically an MSBA degree. So in these opportunities, we encourage you to share your story as to why you want to join our program. What is your background? Have you worked in this field? If you're pivoting into this field, what have you done specifically? What classes have you taken? Or maybe classes that you're potentially looking to take. So that way you could kind of, share in terms of like who you are. And this is an opportunity for you to also share another aspect of you that we don't see part of your application, because you definitely have to submit a resume and you definitely have to submit letters of recommendation. But this is an opportunity for you to share something else about you. Maybe there's a specific hobby that you have or interest, or maybe you are building on an app or something like that. And this is an opportunity for you to share as to who you are. So there's two essays. It's almost the same thing, personal statement, statement of purpose. You just have to outline your goals, your objectives, and why is it that you want to pursue this graduate degree at UCLA.
Thank you. And since you mentioned the letters of recommendation, often, students are wondering who should their recommenders be?
Yeah, that's a
What's your
great
advice?
question. Yeah, we always encourage students to submit a letter of recommendation from academic and from professional. If you submit two from professional, that's fine. If you submit two from academia, that's fine, as long as you submit two of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in terms of the quantitative requirements, you mentioned the GMAT, Focus Edition, the GRE. So these tests, I mean, they have different sections, like the quant section and other sections. Do you look in particular into the quant sections because of the
Yes,
focus of your program?
we definitely look at your quant section. Because this is a math program, so we want to make sure that you have the fundamentals for math. And then we also look in your transcripts in terms of the math coursework that you've taken. So making sure that you meet the prereqs. Our prereqs are listed on our website too, but I'll mention them here again. So we need to make sure you've taken classes in linear algebra, stats, probability, calculus, have multivariable, some accounting. Math classes is definitely what we're going to be looking for. And we'll definitely be looking at your math skills, your math quantitative skills in the examinations.
Okay. Are you considering the grades into these quantitative courses from university?
Yeah, we definitely look at
Okay.
your grading in terms of what you earn in these classes.
Okay.
Just make sure that, if you did fail a course, you retook the course, this is an opportunity for you to also share that in your essays. Hey, I failed on trigonometry, but then I retook it and I got an A because XYZ reason. So there's an opportunity for you to as well share that in your application.
Mhm. And will the
Sorry?
can the GMAT and GRE test scores compensate if someone has a lower grades?
The
If he has high grade, high score on the GMAT or the GRE
yeah.
quant, will this
Yeah, the
compensate for
lower
a
GPA.
lower?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do a comprehensive review of the application. But just know, and be transparent with everyone on this call. UCLA, in terms of admission, they have a very hard requirement of a 3.0. And that is the admission requirement for entry into UCLA. This is not a requirement for the program. This is a requirement for UCLA. So 3.0 is the minimum for entry into admissions for UCLA. The program, the test examinations, we can always work with students. We have submitted students below 166. We have submitted 167. We have admitted students below 165. We can always work with the test scores, but the GPA is a hard requirement. It has to be a 3.0 minimum.
Good. Thank you for noting that. This is very, very important to
Mhm.
have in mind. Yes, and actually your program is quite competitive because you have a very large number of applications compared to the number of admitted students.
Yes, our program is a competitive program. Definitely. We do get a lot of applications for incoming classes, but opportunities for you to really optimize in terms of your learning.
Mm. Okay, so if some of the prospective applicants have any questions about the application, the essays, anything, should they contact you
Yeah,
or?
they can contact me or they can email us directly, MSBA admissions email. There's also an FAQ page on our website that has more in-depth questions, like where do I send my scores, how many letters of recommendation, stuff like that. That can be also answered through our FAQ page. But yes, feel free to also send an email to the MSBA admissions email. Or if you can email me, can I add my email on the chat box? Let me see. Let me see. Mm, I'll put in my email on the webinar
And
chat.
we can see it. Yeah, okay, we can see it. And um, another question is about the requirements for the merit-based scholarships or fellowships or student loans.
Mhm.
So are there any hard requirements on that related to test scores, or I mean, the
Yeah,
overall application is considered?
yeah, for financial aid and for fellowship, so the program does have a merit-based fellowship, meaning that you have excellent test scores, amazing GPA from your undergrad, so you can be considered for a fellowship from the program. However, there are external fellowship and scholarships and as well student loan opportunities for our students to look for. And this is by connecting with our financial aid director, Connie Beaumont. She's great in terms of looking for resources for our students, specifically also for international students. So definitely connect with her in terms of looking for resources for funding your studies.
Okay.
Because there's definitely a lot.
So if one student gets a merit-based fellowship or another type of scholarship, is it for the full duration of the program?
Yes, it would be for the full duration of the program.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see if we have any other questions. How can someone arrange a campus visit?
Oh yes, they can definitely email me. Send an email. They can email the MSBA admissions and set up a campus visit with me directly. That's not a problem.
So it's anytime. It's not like only during open days or
No, yeah, it could be, yeah. Well, Monday through Friday, we have classes. Actually, Monday through Thursday, I'll be specific with that. Monday through Thursday, students can come onto campus. So, the advantages of being UCLA, we're a public institution, so you can come whenever you want, to be quite honest with you. But if you want to take advantage of coming into Anderson and actually sitting in one of our classes, we can always arrange that, and I can always ask the faculty for permission.
okay, great. Great, thank you. Let's invite the audience if they have any other questions. So far, I don't see any other in the Q&A section. If not, I have one final question. So,
Sure, sure.
if the students in our audience are in their final year of their undergraduate studies, are they ready to apply for admission? How
Yeah.
early should they start their application?
Yeah, so if they are considering to apply, let's say you're graduating in May or June, you can start applying in round one. We just need your most up-to-date transcript. Yeah.
So it's before they get their bachelor's degree, actually, they can apply.
Yeah, they can apply. Yeah. So you have to be close to graduating, and maybe you say you have one semester left. You're graduating in spring or early summer. You can still apply for admission. Just have to submit your most up-to-date transcript if you still have not earned your bachelor's degree. If you earn your bachelor's degree, then we'll need the full transcript and as well a copy of your diploma.
One more question. Could you provide a little bit more about the percentage of women currently enrolled in the business analytics program?
Yeah, so right now, I believe we are 49.
It was like 51
Yeah,
female.
51. Yeah, 51% females. So we definitely make sure that we're balancing the genders between males and females. We don't
Okay,
want it to be too male dominant.
okay. And in terms of applications coming from fresh graduates versus applications coming from people with some work experience, do you see any trend?
Um, No, I mean, we see most of our students that come into the program have a little bit of experience, and that can be also internship experience. So we do consider that a part of your experience if you do have that, or research that's also can be considered part of your background. So on average, we tend to see about 2.6 years of experience. We've had students who have about 5+ years. We have students who've had less and still get admitted. So, tend to see that. We don't require work experience into the program, unlike MBAs. So just, it is, if you do have experience, great. Please add that on to your application. If you don't, please share as to what else have you done in terms of your academics. Have you done research? Have you done, projects? Are you part of a professional club? So please do share that as well.
So the program is well balanced in terms of graduates and experienced students. It's very international, diverse.
Very
Also,
diverse. Mm-hmm.
it's very competitive, top ranked, and it's gaining traction. You mentioned the program is kind of 6 years old. Did I
Yes, we're
understand
6 years old.
correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're really getting traction.
Yeah.
So I don't see any other questions. Well, I think we answered everything. Thank you for the presentation.
Yeah.
And yes, I hope our attendees will get in touch with you for further questions, campus visits,
Okay.
and advice on their application.
Thank
And
you. Thank you
have
all
a
for your
great day
time.
ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Yeah, feel free to send me an email if you have any more specific questions. More than happy to connect with you all offline as well.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, Prini.
Bye.